like I don't know what like I've got a lot of stuff on tomorrow. Like we will be doing stuff, but like the cat, my friend's coming to visit, and then the cat is gonna be here,
You're
and
gonna be
then
drained, and then you're gonna snap when you play the video game.
I'm also gonna the whole time I'll be looking over my shoulder to make sure the cat isn't like trying to eat my fucking Nintendo 64 or something.
Oh, cats will do that. Cats can sense what things you want them to not go near and will always be there. Cats
Yeah,
will detect what things are crimes and then will do those crimes. That's
yeah.
their
They're like
power.
a
I'm really
price
glad the
tag
whole
vision, and they can like knock over all the expensive shit.
yeah
Well,
all of
it's not
my
even just price tag because they can tell if it's just sentimental value. It's
yeah,
powerful.
like I'm glad all of my Warhammer figures are currently not in my house. My friend still has them, so like the cat can't just like get my very expensive minis and like knock them onto the ground. Like if I'd finished building my dreadnought and it just knocked my dreadnought onto the ground, that's like £100 worth of model.
Look, if the Space Marines get chewed, that's just battle damage. You can
Yeah,
work
Yeah,
with
it's
that.
lore
I can
accurate.
live with like the Space Marines, but if they get my Emperor's Champion model or my Hellbrick model and start not like, biting on it, I'm gonna be very annoyed.
Okay.
How
Kim.
that?
Detective. Where did you get those?
I ordered these cool shoes online. Do you like them?
Is he
I've been
downstairs?
stressing out about this all week.
It's gonna be fine.
I mean, Ferdy couldn't remember the interaction if it had one, so we're gonna see.
Oh, cafeteria's on.
Yo, do they sell
Kim's
alcohol?
Kim, buddy.
Woody.
You'd have to ask Gat for alcohol. He doesn't want to serve us. What have you got to say, Kim?
Morning.
Gives you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union Muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Did he not notice my boots?
He
Maybe when
won't
we get to
even
the body.
acknowledge the stolen boots you're wearing.
Oh,
For him, they don't exist. You
Okay.
have to bring it up yourself later, if
Oh.
you dare.
Kim's powerful. Why do we need to talk to them, Kim?
Everything points to the Dock Workers Union. The belt used for handling him. The
At least he's aware.
circumstances of Martinez. My preliminary information.
He's aware. Okay, should we have boots?
Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
What do you mean, rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
There are so many of them. Maybe we should call reinforcements.
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of
I'm
two
scared to
detectives
bring
might
up
not
the
warrant
boots,
an
I can't
all-out
stop
war.
thinking about
So
it.
let's keep a cool
Oh,
head,
what do you
okay?
what do you want to bring up?
No, the boots.
Oh. Yeah.
One more thing before we
It's
do.
like he's like, oh,
We
we
don't
have
have
to
to
bring it
talk
up
to them
ourselves
immediately.
later, which
We
means
can
it's gonna
walk
have
right past
bad
them and continue with our
consequences if
business.
we do.
What?
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But
Next reaction.
aren't you
Oh god, they're all
curious
coming.
to know what they have to say about the murder?
Sometimes a lot of the voices in your head want to go at once.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place.
Me when I'm trying to get up in the
Anyway, I
morning.
leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Might be able to talk to Lena about cryptids now. She has moved.
Yo.
Or we could talk to the Hardy Boys.
Oh, Hardy boy.
Do you want to talk to the new guys?
Yeah.
Some of the parts of our brain think we should just zoom past them as a power move.
I want to talk to the person with the cool hat. Why? There's the person with the yellow hat, and I want to talk to them.
This lady?
That yellow hat? Yeah.
That's
Is that
the
a hair or is
Gatler.
that...
Let me handle this.
It's like a...
Last wave.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a head wrap.
Yeah. the woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
I can say, you're the gardener. You lied to me. You're not a gardener. I'd like to know more about the place before I check out. That's normal.
You lied to me.
You're not a gardener. You give me these gloves of deceit.
These gloves of lies.
Gloves.
That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize
Yo,
our
Pauser.
authority. We will
Oh
make
my
an
god,
arrest.
Pauser! Happy
And we
birthday!
will-
Happy birthday.
Happy
Pause's
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We should all sing.
no.
I don't want to hurt Pauser.
Chilling now with the crews. Go, yeah.
See, I hate singing happy birthday, which is why I suggested it.
It's
because I knew you'd
copyrighted.
refuse.
The bottle get pulled if we sing happy birthday.
I'll sing it in Spanish.
Can you sing
I don't
happy
know if
birthday in Spanish?
Yeah, cumpleaños feliz. Is happy birthday in Spanish.
Cumpleaños.
There's not a lot of words in happy birthday, I guess.
Yeah.
It's in Irish.
Oh, do you speak Irish?
Yeah. Oh, a bit.
Yeah.
Not much.
I knew you were Irish, I just didn't know, because, like, it's not a lot of people that speak Irish in the world anymore. That's cool.
Yeah, only the Irish speak Irish, and frankly, it's a dying language. It's useless.
Yeah.
It's like, it's neat, but I hate the fact that it's mandatory in schools.
I know someone who was English but lived in Wales, and they taught him a bunch of Welsh while he was at primary school. And because he's English, whenever someone is insulted, a lot of the Welsh people think he can't speak it. They insult him in Welsh, and then he immediately turns around and is like, "Fuck you" in Welsh.
That's cool. Probably
It's
a
a
lot.
power play.
Probably a lot more savage to swear at someone in Welsh, because it's just long strings of consonants.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like the funny place
Scathing.
name.
Yeah.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What's your role in all this? If I want to talk to you and not Titus. What are you going to do to me? Why are you so aggressive? I should talk to Titus then. Is there anything more we want to say to this gardener?
We should beg her for money. I wish that was an option.
Don't see a can I
We
have
get
some
a-
money option?
Can we have more gloves?
I don't.
Can you rename these gloves because they're not gardening gloves?
We should no. I wish there was an option to be like, hey, like I need some help with my garden. Just completely ignore what she's saying and just ask her about like tending to flowers.
What's your role in all this, gardener? I mean, she said she was legal counsel, right? She's a lawyer.
Like I already told
She's a
you,
liar.
I'm a legal counselor.
Yeah.
Do you
same
have
thing.
hearing problems?
I want to talk to you.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In
Dang.
Martinez, you are no one.
We're gonna
Give
get
me
some
the gun.
emotional damage.
Didn't even know she was evil. Should we stop talking to her before she hurts us?
Kim, you were so nice to us yesterday. Now they're mean.
Why are you so mean?
Aggressive,
Kim,
you make
can
your
you
living
slap her
enforcing
for
violence.
me?
These
She's
people are just
being
dock
rude.
workers.
And my
So you were
hands are too
spying on
brittle
us,
to commit
and now
violent
you
acts
represent
right
murder
now.
suspects, just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
Stias. The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer.
Yeah.
So ask what you came to ask.
Can we make him fight
or get
Measurehead?
back to your commanders.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're on the same side, unfortunately.
Oh.
Fuck!
I
He
want them
didn't
both
look
like rip their shirts off and like battle and fly off into space.
I want them to play that funny spell card that makes their souls fight.
Maybe we could make him fight the strike leader.
It's over and it wasn't worth it.
Not the strike leader, the scab
No.
leader.
Oh yeah, the scab guy. I want
Yeah,
him.
he's big.
I wanted to like instigate a fight between two people because I think it would be
Just
funny.
want to make people fight.
I want to watch scabs get beaten up.
Yeah.
And racists too.
Yeah.
Everyone that's a fucking asshole.
Well, needs a financial buffer zone, no need to get emotional. Privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals.
Funny.
I don't know where you heard, but that's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists.
Oh god.
Oh,
Right, that good style. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Let's do that. Let's ask those questions.
I like one or two because it'll piss her off.
I feel I don't want to say two because it's like the worst thing you could say in this
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah.
But one is like a pretty reasonable
Yeah.
response.
I need to get emotional. Well, it needs a financial buffer zone.
No one is emotional here. Do your job. Ask your questions, then leave.
I think this lady's more powerful than we are.
We need to get the lady who gave us money and have them have her fight on our behalf.
We need to get, we need to tag in Joyce.
Yeah, just get Joyce to help us.
She doesn't have shoes like we do. We win.
You haven't missed
Yeah,
boots.
no one else here
Yeah.
has robot boots.
You haven't missed. We have to talk to Kim about the boots. We have to bring it up. So that we'll.
Do that now if you want.
I think we should rip the band-aid off. Kev.
Kim, I have a
Yes.
confession. I took the last pretzel.
And you can talk about the boots I'm wearing.
Oh.
Okay, let's talk about it. You stole the boots.
He looks at the gleaming technological footwear you spy.
Congratulations. That must have taken an enormous concerted effort, considerable ingenuity and timing. Now, I'm going to report you and you are going to go to jail.
You are... Please don't. I was just... These are not the same boots.
Same
I liked
boots?
them so much I went and bought myself a pair.
Yeah.
You're joking.
But then we're lying.
You are.
Do we
You
lie
are?
to Kim? You are?
You are. Puppy dog eyes.
It was a joke, sadly. There's
Oh.
nothing I can do about your delinquency. What's done is done. Let's get back to police work.
Woo!
Don't give a fuck. I love it. He's like,
His initial reaction, Simon, was that he just didn't acknowledge the boots. We are inside some terrain here.
Oh, that was a chair we were sitting on.
We had to specifically bring up that
I
we'd
don't
stolen
care
the
about your
boots.
insane theft. The lieutenant thinks and looks away from the boots. Just know, if anyone asks me, I will snitch on you.
But Kim,
Kim. That's when we lied to others. Like, no, we just bought a pair, and they went missing.
We don't lie to Kim.
it's a coincidence, Kim.
We're done lying to Kim. We're past that point now.
Should we tell him
We've
that?
opened up.
We have no memory of anything, because that was also... We weren't telling him for the first day, but he's kind of found out that
I
we
think
don't
probably
have
it together.
a
We should-
bad jar gun by
probably-
now.
We should probably bring it up to him at this point.
Yes?
Kim, I have another confession to make.
It
Kim,
was me who clogged the toilet, Kim. I'm sorry.
I just think you should know I don't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
What's so wrong with personal affairs? What should I concentrate on? I'm afraid this is a medical situation. Fine. What's wrong with personal affairs, Kim?
I don't want to do.
Do you don't want to?
Maybe the second one is like, what should I concentrate?
What should
You
I?
like just work.
He's
Probably
like,
gonna
the
say just
case.
work.
Yeah.
I think it's like
Insane.
okay. I
Maybe
feel like
the
yeah, Kim,
medical
we
one?
did it.
Let them know, like, no, this is like a real thing. This is a medical problem.
We could do that.
Yeah.
This might be a medical situation, Kim.
Really? You look fine to me.
I'm talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and had no idea who I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
True.
much.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale. Oh,
I'm liking explaining this the more we go. I'm like, oh god.
Kim, I don't remember where my house is. Help.
Then you should
Every time-
consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
Okay. Well, we're allowed to
Thanks,
use my
Kim.
radio now.
Can't tell if he's angry at us or not.
I
It
think
seemed
he's
a lot
little
more
bit
if you
angry
told
at
him
us.
day one early on, Kim, rather than what the Kim we're at now.
If we told Kim day one, he probably would have just been, oh, okay, go home. I'll get someone
I
else.
don't know where my home is, Kim.
Kim, that's the problem. I can't go home.
It's one of the symptoms.
The trash is my home.
Go home. We just get in his car and just sit down.
Just curls up on the back seat. Alright. We're off to an auspicious step. I think it's time to...
This is where you say your bit.
Broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective,
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything yet. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the hanged man out back. How are we going to
Be
approach
serious.
this?
I feel like this is serious. We need to earn Kim's respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
We're here to talk about the hanged man out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
Titus's voice acting is the only voice acting in the game I don't like. He talks too slowly.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him
Shanky.
to get real ripe and pretty for you.
It's Shanky.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't
don't like
for
these
the
guys.
life of me understand
They're
why
not
he
nice.
did
They
it.
don't like us.
I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Scan the room's probably pretty free. What's going on in here?
No. I's
Oh.
here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Shouts the scrawny rat-faced man, 2 teeth missing in the front.
Relax,
You
Dennis.
guys seem so
No one's
hard, yet
fucking
none
you
of
yet.
you are like on the same level of harshness as Kuno.
Yeah, Kuno's on another level.
You're trying to intimidate us, but we have dealt with an 8-year-old child who's high on amphetamines.
40-something man with a plectrum hanging from his neck.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy
You
his fucking,
stupid
man.
fuck! Fuck
We
you!
don't mind.
You know, it's gang tattoos. Man must be the Mascus Saramirizian? Saramirizian?
Yeah, you're not even
being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
Picture of what, Bran?
Of the actors here. You could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it to these guys.
That's clever, Bran. I've never got these things to happen in this order before. Normally when I look at the tracks, it just works.
I guess we ask them if they did it.
And then in the backyard, did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck? I have spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision. You're involved somehow, I just don't have proof. Yeah. Probably if we're trying to appease Kim.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't say the last one, if anything.
I mean, he probably wouldn't like the second one either.
I mean, he probably wouldn't.
Let's be serious. Actual detective work. Let's claw that one part of our brain that still works.
Yeah. There's a container belt around that man's neck.
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
Are they just fucking with us?
Ah, so you confessed to the murder? Oh, that's it. The game's over. We got the perpetrator.
Not the second, the first.
Let's not be self-aware.
So you confessed to murder?
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
You murdered him just like that, no remorse. Who called the shots that night? When did this hanging incident occur? Why did you kill him? How did you kill him? Why don't I just arrest you? Step closer to Titus.
I would not recommend doing that.
That one does seem a little ominous.
That feels like a push Measurehead option.
I mean, pushing Measurehead was fine. He didn't move at all.
I like the when, just because then we can kind of get a proper time frame. Of
oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Stuff.
Yeah, I think when and how are important, because if we ask how, we can make sure that they actually did do it and they're not just bullshitting.
I'm not sure how many of these it's gonna let us say. It might be like all of them, but well, I'll do those first.
You don't have to answer any of his questions.
Fixer turns to remind Titus.
Shut up!
Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
Rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Jeez. That is, he has insinuated that Joyce knows about. I mean, Joyce won't talk to us until we found our badge, though. That's...
yeah, like the...
Did you want why or how?
I think, well, why is pretty apparent.
Yeah.
How is more like just to confirm they actually did do it.
Yeah.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands
Yeah.
were not tied. Can you explain that?
We... Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, Capo. I'll say
Yeah,
we-
shut up. We caught you, little dick.
Thanks, Kim. Kim's got her back.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman.
Oh.
And then we hang the fuck.
This is a cover-up.
That's a tough one, though.
I did get the vibe that they're covering for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could ask him what he used to knock the victim out. And I'd be asking Elaine instead of Titus.
But gambling, though.
Do you want to just go for it?
What is it? Composure. Ugh, that's
When-
mellow.
Maybe.
When have we not?
Is there nothing to increase the chance, or is this a one and done thing?
That's what I thought. Maybe we could.
We can catch them up a little bit. It's like, I don't know. We might get a little bit more like a leeway in the
Is it a-
gamba.
It's a red check, right? So we can't redo it if we fail it.
Can't redo it if we fail it.
Okay.
Just give us a little bonus. Get that up from 28%.
Hmm.
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details.
He might be lying. Why did all this
If we-
action take place? Oh, sorry.
If we say right, I have other questions. We don't get to come back here and try it again.
It's possible, but it's also possible we wouldn't.
Okay.
It's hard to tell.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. More information.
Right fucking here.
Oh.
The fucker started coming to our bar, asking for it.
Do you want to roll that 42%? Do you want
I do, but I will.
I'll see her.
I kind of wanna.
Set the bar for how our luck's going today.
Just gonna roll 7, I think.
I think we need an 8 on 2 dice.
I believe.
Yeah, we got that. It's easy. There's lots of numbers. There's 9, 10. You can even get 11. It's crazy.
We're just double sixes, which is what it's gonna be.
Actually,
Oh!
surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
All of them? Maybe one of them's fidgeting, cracking under the pressure.
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Oh, I have other questions.
Like what, Copper?
Why? Why'd you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
I want to know more about this mercenary situation.
There we go.
And he stepped out alive.
Oh. He repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Which one do you want to say here? Also, Simon wanted us to roll the dice too, but sorry Simon, it didn't work out.
We rolled the dice, but we fucked
Yeah.
it.
How do you know he was in Special Forces? Or what did he actually do wrong?
Let's go with 1.
Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranese goddamn special forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true.
Drama believes him.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Is that why they had to hang him?
Oh, that's a motive if I've ever heard one.
Besides crimes against karaoke, what did he do wrong?
We can all joke.
He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wiped spill from his mouth.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Lieutenant's trying to make sense of this flood of information.
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then,
Jesus
he gets
Christ.
knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
We could ask for more information on this. I mean, we kind of probably should.
Yeah,
we should. Yeah, it's kind of important.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, he said.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
He repeats like a parrot.
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Thanks, Rarick.
Yeah.
Who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
But have you seen my boots? I'm cool.
Again? Because Volition told us stuff?
No.
I
think we're not gonna get a name.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
It's not gonna happen.
Now, about the man you killed.
What about him?
Could ask who called the shot. The answer's obviously Titus, and also the lawyer's gonna say no one. So, like...
I mean, we may as well ask him, like, no remorse, but honestly, like...
It sounds like they've been pretty happy to get rid of him, if
like,
they're not lying.
Yeah, if they're not bullshitting about the motive, then, like, I thought we just go, okay, I understand, goodbye.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
He says it as if it were worse than dying. I could ask my brain what Reunion is as well. I should probably do that first.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Yeah, but these were all bad people. Criminals, the scum of the earth. Look, I'm just doing my job, that's all. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing. Honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars. We have to say one of these things.
I don't like any of them, but
They're all...
The least awful one is I'm just doing my job.
I'm just doing my job.
Like the others, like they're all just well, two of them are objectively false, and like one of them's just a
Maybe
hell amount. I drink a lot.
just like makes us look cool though.
Does it make us look cool?
No.
Does this look cool?
But maybe with our boots, it makes us look cool.
We could do. Think the boots would help? We can pull it off.
Why can't we just answer every single question with, but have you seen my shoes?
Yeah, check out these boots. Punch my
kicks,
shoe.
though.
Check it out.
+2 move. Crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary? Prison is a charter. That's what it is.
He's clearly been in solitary confinement, and at a young age, nonetheless.
Solitary confinement is just torture.
So is hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
We could be done now if you want.
I think I was ask the question.
Do you want to ask?
I don't feel like it's gonna get us anywhere with them all being very together.
Yeah, I just get the feeling the lawyer's gonna step on that, cause like
yeah.
I mean, we can make him say it.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out.
Yeah.
You can't arrest a hardy boy without arresting all hardy boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head.
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than the others. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here to Titus? I mean, more likely to get Titus to slip up than the liar. So
I mean, yeah. If we just said like, yeah, who calls the shots? See what he says.
Who do you fucking think does?
Sounds more amused than angry. Point at Titus. You do.
Pointing at Elizabeth is funny as
I mean, she seems like she does.
Yeah.
Point at Fat Angus. The biggest animal dominates the herd. I'm guessing it's the big one.
I wish we could point at Gart.
Bow to the bearded man. Gangs are usually run by the oldest, most venerable member. Who runs the Hardy Boys?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth does.
I think Elizabeth runs the Hardy Boys.
It wasn't a question, dickwad. How fucking stupid are you?
This asshole is worse than... Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
We're not gonna step closer to Titus to arrest him.
No.
No.
So what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
Lieutenant closes his notebook.
I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters.
Oh.
Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
That's a tough one, that.
Weak when you
Yeah.
Yeah, we would
Have to get double 6.
Yeah, I think you need a 16 for that. That's crazy. We could give it a go.
No.
Yeah, I feel like it's best just to leave it.
Do we have any thoughts or any like things affecting our authority?
We have it down from something. I think some of our clothes might be taking one off. The shoes are giving us 2, actually.
Dang.
We must have a thought that's doing it. Okay, the
Oh.
notebook gives us -2.
Okay, so if we unequip that, our check gets better, but I think it's still like a double 6 scenario.
We needed 16. That gives us 5. We could do it on an 11 then, so it's actually 3 times as likely.
We could check. Let's just check our thoughts and just see if we've got any like thoughts that we could buff it. I can't remember if we do.
I think that's reducing it, is being
Oh.
a communist.
And we can't remove that thought that's in our brain.
I mean, we could, but you need to use a level up point to get rid of it.
Oh.
Also, we could never become a communist again. Is that what we want?
Yeah, true. I guess we'd have to find another way around this situation.
For now, I'll put the thing back. Normally, we could just put this away, because authority we might actually need for something.
Well, if we know we need it, we can just unequip it.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess.
But like, Inland Empire's probably not helping us too much unless we just want to know what the tie has to say about things. Do you know about cryptids now, Lena?
Just a moment. And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, ma'am.
She's
Everything
so
all right?
sweet.
Grandma, the man's being mean to me. Go tell him off.
It's not an option.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why'd you need to use the phone?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Oh, bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window towards the bay.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
What's this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
It's a bit of a spoiler that her name is Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
The water that was broken. Could this be it?
Who's this Gary person? Do you trust him? Oh, we could just say, hey, the water lock's broken. That's the issue. I don't know why
Gary?
I don't know why we
Gary?
hate Gary so much.
Fucking Gary.
Fucking Gary.
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that.
She smiles.
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Water lock's broken. They're probably just stuck.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
You might not believe it, but it looks like some maniac crashed his motor carriage into it. Or we could just say it's a technical problem and not go into details. Some maniacs crashed right into it.
Oh, sweetie, if it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you both.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to
She's
ask,
so
but if your
sweet.
investigation takes
She
you to the
did
other
it.
side of the coast,
She
please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Wheelchair's just a bit.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
I want to find that extremely rare insect.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
But we're not gonna reject a quest for no reason. If we see him, we'll let him know.
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Do you know about this rare insect? Probably go down the list here. We got like talking a letter.
Yeah.
Husband's some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What's cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
The lieutenant sounds unimpressed.
That's
Shut up,
one
Kim.
opinion, yes.
Kim.
And people are entitled to their opinions.
Kim, she's nice.
My
Kim,
apologies.
she's a nice
ma'am.
lady.
I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
We do have a check to ask her to tell us about cryptids.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a 72%. How could we fail?
Yeah, let's do
How
it.
could we fail?
You're an enthusiast.
God, it's not looking like a good
but
day!
you're still an
It's not a good start. You're an enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot. I want to know everything about cryptids. Living cryptids, extinct cryptids, marine cryptids, land cryptids. Bring it on.
We don't have time for cryptozoology 101.
No.
Let's get back to work, shall we?
Kim.
Can we at least find out about the rare insects?
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
I want to know everything.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
I want to hear about the insects.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but
Ah yes, Phasmatodia, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
How do we know this?
Oh yeah. Here comes the interesting.
where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
She looks you in the eye and nods thoughtfully.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
Hell yeah.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think it's around here? Is it dangerous? Is it valuable? Does it have cool powers?
Does it have cool powers?
Does it have cool powers?
It's got cool powers on that guy.
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it's stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
Is it dangerous?
Can it shoot laser beams out of its eyes?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Can I sell it?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Why do you think it's around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So newspaper clippings, all the evidence you have.
Of course, most Phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insular Indian Phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Kim's not been super happy with Hobocup this morning.
No.
He
He's a little
was
mad.
He's a little bit mad about the boots situation.
And the badge. And the gun.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
The woman's face flushes with embarrassment.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Tell me a bit about Morel.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does Morel look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh. That's good enough for me. I can ask more if you want.
No.
I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm afraid I'm not very good at this sort of thing.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
That's all the information I need.
I hope I've been useful.
Sorry we couldn't learn more about cryptids.
We just didn't roll well enough today. Kim's displeasure with us has made us roll terribly.
It's another bad day. There's like a karma system in the game. The more Kim is annoyed with you, the worse the dice rolls are.
I'd believe it.
It's probably happening. We needed to ask Gat something and I can't remember what it was. So while we're here and we're talking to everyone in the building.
Help you?
Are
you sure we can't put the body in your fridge?
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Maybe the mysterious blue steel door has a fridge in it.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
Runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
So the phone line's dead.
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers.
That's pretty strange. Is it true that there was foul play? I don't think we ever heard there was foul play, but we could say that just to keep him on his toes.
Is it true that somebody broke your phone on purpose?
There's foul play going on there, guy.
Who told you that?
We're not gonna row later. I'd never disclose my sources. That would be dishonorable.
Yeah, we don't disclose our sources. We're not gonna rat on Grandma.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of arseholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill. Yes?
That's an ominous question. I think we're finally done in the whirling for today.
Nice.
Oh, it's raining. Now, it did say it wanted us to look at the footprints. We also could do with trying the jump again, if that's possible. Oh yeah, we left the body here. He's doing fine.
He's doing fine.
Oh, we have to ask
There
the
are several
bookshop
footprints in
lady
the mud, left by
about
work
getting
boots.
into the
Anywhere
back.
from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Oh yeah, we do. We have to do that.
Counted the Hardy boys. Hardy said they hanged the victim. Vizkel said to do it. We got this.
Wow. Still not doing it. You're bad.
We're really rolling not great today. Why is this so complicated? I keep failing. Seems really important. Tracks on the scene, and I can't read them all, Lieutenant.
Kim, help.
Kim,
we're being
Back with
stupid.
food. No, I can't believe this.
Don't beat yourself down. Neither can I. We'll have another look later.
Kim. Everything's going wrong today.
It's not great.
Kim, I've forgotten how to policeman again.
For God's sake.
Kim, I think I had more alcohol. Oh no.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Welcome to Crime.
Welcome to Crime. I was told there's a
Love
huge
crime.
fridge in this building cellar. Can you lead me there?
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
No.
Nods at
Hey,
the
this was
bookshelf.
Kuno's hot tip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar.
There is. This ominous covered section I completely ignored before. Genuinely just forgot to look at it before.
We should click it.
Hey,
You
what's over
see
here?
A set of tattered
What's behind door number
curtains
2?
blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Oh. Are you hiring?
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains?
I'll open the
Now,
curtains.
please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel
Well, nothing is
compelled to look at
incorrect.
the books?
You're lying.
Books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell
Is she
on you.
trying to, like, use the
urging you to
pendant
buy
to
more books.
curse you?
Possibly.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you
We're
away
already
from the
cursed. You've
curtains,
seen these
the
rolls.
more alluring they become.
Examine the cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
On those curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand is closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
I've heard there's a fridge there that I need.
We need that fridge.
Everybody suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants.
I'm a police officer and I need to get there. I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
Yeah.
You do? My God, Even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
Do you want to think about it for a while? Do you want to yell, "You can't stop me, I'll open them"?
I think that one.
You can't stop me, I'll open these curtains.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Do you want to go ask her? Go talk to her, or do you want to just...
Okay.
Tell us about these...
Form an opinion after, do our thing.
Yeah.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Hello!
Crime, romance, and biographies of
Why are you
famous
so
people.
tight about those curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't
What's wrong
understand
looking
why it's
back
so
there?
important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy
And
some
why are you
goddamn
so
books.
uptight
You're
about
supposed
me
to be
not seeing it if it's not a big
drawn to
deal?
books.
It's a storage room. It wouldn't hurt if I just peeked inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped frown, then she breaks down.
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've
No.
ruined everything?
Yes.
He closes her
Yes.
eyes and mumbles something to a pendant.
I'm fucked up. We're gonna give the demons nightmares if they come fuck with us. It's okay.
Why didn't you just tell me right away it's the curse?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers
Oh,
them.
void wraiths.
Wow.
Ah, of course,
Void
of course, of course.
raves.
What?
You have new words.
How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit store.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
She peers at the curtains again.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Thanks, Inland Empire.
I'm a little confused. What does that mean? I was hoping for something more paranatural.
Two.
Two? Oh yeah.
But officer, there's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy. I'm talking about cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
Cacodemons.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
I think that might just be the kind of vibe of the area. I feel unwanted too. What does it mean?
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate to see if the curse is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's
No.
not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away.
Well, don't worry.
Leave the
Kim is a
spirits
master
be,
of the psychic
so
arts.
they
Isn't that
can
right, Kim?
return to their slumber.
Yes.
My liege, you
She
know what
starts
this case
speaking
calls
French.
for? A para-detective.
Please, Kim. We're trying
Please.
so hard.
Oh my god. Come on.
Ain't no way.
Right?
Ain't no goddamn way.
Reach for your Magatama. It's time.
Slither
Green.
up to
I
her,
was-
you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
What if I don't want to lie? Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I have
Look, we brought the
returned.
camera. It's for a show.
I've returned from the void. A para-detective from a long line of
Oh.
para-detectives.
Oh,
You're
God.
no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
He thinks
Go ahead
Kim's
then.
one though.
Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
I admit I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm of parapsychology is parapsychologically taxing. See, it's necessary to drink the spirits in order to contact the void.
I kind of like that second one.
It's very true.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
Your wards brought me here in the first place. The Seminese blood also runs through me. I am the Void Revenant. I have the powers to debad all the bad energies.
Yes. The Void Revenant.
A pattern lies within the fabric.
I wonder if we're gonna get
What
the
kind of
ability to
fate guides us?
internalize that we are the Void Revenant.
That would be
I hope
amazing.
so.
Please give me that thought.
Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver this woman from the doom.
But I am
Oh.
not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe?
Yes.
I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
100%.
I want to get Kim
Yeah,
involved.
Kim, please
no,
get Kim
no,
involved.
Kim.
Kim, please.
No,
Just ask
stop.
my partner Kim. He'll vouch for me.
Oh,
Lieutenant mumbles in minor confusion. He has not been listening closely enough. You put him on the spot.
certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in this particular field.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Yes.
On my honor.
On my honor.
Thank you,
Like
sir.
the Void Revenant.
There's one more thing I
We
haven't
have
told
the
you.
Void Revenant.
The entity.
The entity.
Oh.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity. Close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
I have sensed its presence.
Yes.
The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Passages between heaven and hell.
Of course, they all make sense.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
This game is amazing.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin.
Accident in the Empire.
What you discover? Probably just office space. And the damn fridge. Don't be scared.
I think we've got a new investigation for today. Fuck all the other stuff about the body and whatever.
You
Gotta
see
find
a
the
set
witch
of
who lives in
tattered
the
curtains
chimney.
blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Pull the curtains open.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
A small, terrified escapes from Plaisance, so she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands.
In we go.
I mean, silhouettes of hair dryers. Vaguely androgynous portrait of a man.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not
No,
hundreds,
use the key.
of Seminese
Yeah,
trinkets
we have
and
the key. I
charms.
just wanted
It
to look.
appears to be locked.
Like, we have the
After
key and we can sort of just
exerting
kick the
some
door
force,
in.
You manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
If you run back and you try and just ignore her and come in and just slam the door down. When you fail that check, he like runs into the wall and then Kim's like, "What are you doing?" If you succeed, he still runs into the door and still takes damage. It's just like, ooh, for a minute. But then the door, like, is given enough that you can get in.
Nice. I guess we'll just go in for. We can show Kim that we're brave.
Yeah. We'll face this curse. Kim wants to talk to us.
What is this place?
It's the Netherworld beyond the veil.
Yeah.
It's an adventure.
Please keep it going. Keep the bit going.
This is the Netherworld, Kim. This is the Shadow Realm.
No.
We lost the
it's
duel, Kim.
Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Like there's a reason why no one's been here for ages. Oh, let's keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here.
But if there's a reason.
If there's a reason, Kim.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Kim, you're not really getting into this like Ghostbusters vibe that we've got. Like,
Come on, Kim. Role playing. I'm the Void Rev.
Void Revenant.
Yeah, that one. You need to invent a nickname, Kim. Ooh. Shot ball.
The Kim.
I'm role-playing as myself, not wanting to be here.
I am role playing as the Kim Revenant.
You do that, it'd be like my nickname is the Lieutenant.
A barbell lies on the floor.
Oh no, we
has
don't
worn
lift
off
it.
its
Don't
weight
try.
plates. It's
Please.
60
We're gonna die.
Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with.
Yeah.
There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
Oh no!
Oh,
We're
let's
not
not
very
do
strong.
it.
Like Kim, it's a trap. There's no collars on the bear.
Yeah, that's how smart we are.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
Actually, I don't really care about safety hazards. What kind of a bastard would remove the collars? It should be a felony.
Who would do this?
It
Who
would
would do
be a
such a thing?
violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
I could ask my brain if I'm a weightlifter, but I think I know the answer. I think this is the answer.
Maybe the alcohol like broke all of our muscles.
Maybe.
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory.
We're not gonna lift the barbell. We'd probably die trying to lift that barbell.
Yeah, we'll break our own wrist.
Just drop it on our own head somehow. It's spooky in here. Nope.
Nope.
Found strange liquid. A taxidermized animal. Poor animal.
Poor animal.
Airship rose covered in spider webs. Remind you of blades. Naked mannequin. Torso's a strange yellow colour.
Lovely.
Blue velvet, soft to the touch and moth bitten.
More money.
Skis with slipstream painted on top of the laminated top layer. Rollerblades with the slipstream
Looks
logo.
like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't care.
Look, the skis and rotorblades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
It's not that interesting conceptualization, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad.
Reality is ruthless.
Oh. Treasure.
Stuff.
Cube.
Yo, a cube. It's worth 50 schmeckles.
Yeah.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural.
It's the Project Dreadbod.
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
What's this big welkin about?
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged.
It's Measurehead welkin.
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin.
He's got just a picture of an elf.
Welkin, and the High Welkin, to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? One of them's a welkin supremacist.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Lieutenant nods at the welkin special, huh?
Are they real?
These real elves?
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Who'd spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from welkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
Inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world.
It's weirdly wholesome from electrochemistry, if not for the mention of eggnog and morphine.
A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Everyone is constantly teetering on the edge of the abyss, an abyss of production. These squares look orderly, but beneath them is chaos, worry, pain. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Oh, yo.
Hey. Lieutenant looks at
Got
the
2 skill
frigid ice
points.
field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Have a look at the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune Out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe.
And we got a thought during that as well.
Yo.
Aces
Well, we
high.
finished the thought.
Oh.
For the rest of the world, the Aces High is just a cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades, and those cargo pants could store tools for hot-fixing your aerostatic. Maybe you should ask him about this.
More stuff to talk to Kim about. Also, we have +1 esprit de corps and +1 empathy towards Kim always.
Nice.
Yeah. We could unlock another thought since we got 2 points. We still got
-2 logic.
Superstar Cop.
Minus
-1
one
authority.
Hmm.
-1 rhetoric to find out if we're Krasmazov. And this one doesn't have a downside.
I think we should figure out if we're Krasmazov.
That sounds like a good idea. Oh, I need to unlock.
Oh, we
this
need
slot.
to. There you go, unlock the slot.
And then we can just do it. Yeah. No, Darby.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being? The symbols seem very esoteric. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
How do I know what Kadron mosaic tiles is supposed to look like?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6. UKV
Several numbers, some written
123.7,
notes too sparse and
UKV
cryptic.
12
For
unclear.
what?
It looks like a cardiovascuslar
Didn't want him
system
to read
split
out all
into
of the
veins and
numbers.
arteries. Very advanced.
I would have loved to have listened to that.
Must be an elaborate piece of... We're dealing with something medical here? Of course. The anatomy of the curse.
Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations,
yes, numbers.
all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Who's the game master? If it's a game, then who's playing?
Who's the game master? Is it us? Are we the game master?
Are we Krasmazov, the game master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
Then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
I'll let Kim say the cost of outlet must have been huge. Why do you say that, Kim?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else is going to the lines?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
I think we can mess with this computer thing. Oh. Oh, well, while we're down here, we should probably...
Huh.
Should probably
That's
look
a bear
at that.
fridge. That's a bear fridge. Well, we know where the body's
You
going.
see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
Open the door.
A gust of
Kim,
freezing
it's a
cold
bomb.
air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's the fridge.
No, don't let Kim relax.
Look inside the refrigerator.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge
Kim shoots the refrigerator.
No, Kim, we need fridge.
No, Kim, you've killed the refrigerator.
Sorry, I am very afraid of bears. Why am I Russian?
It knows its place now.
This is clearly the fridge. Looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and
We can
cold
kill
enough.
the scab leader and then we can fit them both.
Yeah, we
But
can.
the
Or we
optics
can
on
fit
this
2
are
regular
awful.
corpses or
He
1
thinks
measurehead corpse.
We need
Yeah,
to be
that's
as
true.
silent as we can.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Let's do this. I'm sure Plaisance is gonna like it. It's part of a technique for traversing the void.
The body is heavier than you expected.
Oh, we just do it.
And
Okay.
stinkier. It takes
That's loud.
half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge.
Said hello to multiple people along the way.
lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You have created
Damn
an
right, Kim.
ice bear sarcophagus.
Behold, we have created an ice sarcophagus.
Yes.
Talk of the
I love the
ice bear
chaotic energy.
sarcophagus must not leave this room.
Never tell anyone I was here when you did this. This is a glorious achievement and people need to hear about it. We did our best. Not proud either, but we did find a fridge. This isn't police work, Kim. It's art. We are artists, and this is our vision.
Yes.
That's really funny.
And I'm guessing grave robbery is also part of the performance.
Oh, shit. Oh, you got me, Kim. But hey, we made it. We made the
He's right.
carry
His
lighter.
work would be much more.
Yeah, it would have
formal.
taken twice as long.
Yeah.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse
Legendary.
stands slumped. Waiting.
Oh, you know, it's not that bad, actually.
Because we fridged it, we got +2.
I think we might, if we take the glasses off, that might help. We do have a
Might
level
help.
up point. We could get that above 50-50 at least. I'm gonna just close the door and see if taking the sunglasses off helps.
Yeah.
Maybe a good idea.
It's so cool.
I know, that didn't give me perception. Dang.
Shit.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
It's a white
guarding
check,
over
right?
the
Yeah, it's a white
freezing
check.
corpse
It is a white
hidden
check.
inside its belly.
Fuck it.
Let's do
Big
it.
money.
42%. Could happen. Just
Alright,
need
good
an
luck.
8.
Let's do this. Fuck it
You
all.
touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Well, come back
Level
later,
up,
I
go
guess.
again.
That's true. We can level up and do it again.
We can. It's perception, right? I don't want to do the wrong one. Do you want
I
to do
believe
it?
it was perception. I say we do it.
Yeah. Get some progress going.
That'd be nice. Oh. Then it'll work.
The bear's eyes
Oh,
are
okay.
still
I need to
glowing
close
red.
in on it again. Now we have a
It's gone
58%.
over
We
the
just need a
freezing
7.
rocks
If we
hidden
roll,
inside its belly.
This is the one.
Your arm
I could
reaches
tell it
out,
was gonna work
your
because it didn't
eyes
hurt
close,
as the dice
as
started
if
rolling.
by their own volition. It's dark all
Oh,
around.
let's go.
You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
We can crawl up his
Stick your
nostrils.
fingers in his mouth.
Put your fingers in his mouth or squeeze his nose.
Put your fingers in his mouth.
Going through the door a little bit.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Play with it. This feels right. Open your eyes and look. No, touch something
Look.
else. Look.
Maybe open eyes.
Yeah.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius. The edges appear dark.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Touch it with your finger gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem. Yes, that's what this part is called.
Okay.
We'll give it a feel.
The basal ganglia
like you.
feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
He's dead.
Push deeper.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic
Hey, we're wearing
system.
gloves. It's fine.
There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
That's why your fingers are yellow. Did they have different lines for what gloves you were wearing for this?
Maybe.
Knowing what you've told us, probably.
Yeah.
The ululations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your
Did he
finger.
get shot? Is it a bullet?
It makes. That's what I was gathering. He was shot in the mouth almost. Sounds like.
Feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Hopefully.
Right,
Wait,
Kim.
Hold on.
Kim, hold my
Please
hand.
search his pocket first.
Hold my hand, Kim.
If we inspect the skull
Inspect it.
first, could we make it more likely?
Yeah.
Maybe. Possibly. Let's hope.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Exit wound.
That did make it easier. Come on.
Nice.
92%.
We have to get double ones to fuck this up.
I don't think he was
Pretty
shot in the
much.
mouth. I think he was shot in the back of the neck. Or like in the back of the head, because that's apparently an exit wound, not an entry wound.
He has a tiny exit, possibly a tiny exit wound on the back of his head.
It feels sharp.
Which would mean the
like
entry
metal.
is mouth.
With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
I got it.
Good, good.
Fridge in the background buzzes with excitement. So like, pull your fingers out.
The inside of the head feels cold
Kim,
and
like,
smooth,
bouncing,
like
getting
a
hyped.
glove.
Like, ooh.
Sweat dripping down your brow.
This is the
Careful
most
not to lose
excited
the
we've
prize
seen Kim
between your
in
fingers.
weeks. By weeks, I mean 2 days.
Your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
Yeah, garden glove, so that's based on what we're wearing.
Yeah, that's great.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
A bullet.
A bullet?
Lieutenant
bullet.
Puts a small bag marked evidence under it. Drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving
Which
a
means he
smattering of
wasn't.
blood on the
He
plastic.
wasn't hung to
He
death.
raises the bag under
Go
his
back to the
eyes
diner and be like,
says,
You lied to me!
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have it? Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift.
As a gift?
As a
Yeah,
gift, Kim.
man. Here you go.
No, no, you deserve it.
Oh.
We can log it later.
I'll always keep it. Lieutenant drops the bag in your hand. It feels light.
We need to add an item
Does
to
it
the injury
want-
list.
he doesn't
Injury
want
number
it at
4.
all.
Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds like heaven. Sounds about right. Say nothing. Just nod.
That sounds about right.
That's
Yeah.
about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
You're goddamn right.
And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
That's what I was saying.
I could ask him about it, so Kim said ligament mark, fractured hyoid bone. It was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Dead. Dabba doop doop.
What?
No.
Because we sung to Kim earlier. We were standing around the body singing Dabba
Yeah.
doop doop dead.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, that's kind of funny to bring it back, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, the bit.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah!
You think so? Agreed.
I have had
Yeah,
my
I
doubts
agree.
about this since you told me he was doing something else at the time of his death. I don't have that kind of intuition. I don't usually trust it. But it made me doubt.
Oh.
He knows we have supernatural abilities now. Finally.
There
Void
have
King
been
was
other
the Void
signs too.
Revenant.
Some things.
That's
You
the
were
thing
right
we
not
are.
to
I
assign
forgot
hanging
the
as
words
cause of
again.
death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
I like the idea that our hallucinations of talking to the dead body is just like a really weird way that like the main character visualizes. Like it's like his thinking process.
Kind of could be. It's hard to tell
Yeah.
sometimes what's going on with him, but like that
It's
could
like,
just
well,
be
he
him really
actually-
doing the cop work while his brain just
Yeah.
does, just shows him weird pictures.
We didn't.
It's like
fall
we're
for
not
it, he
seeing
thinks.
what he is
There's pride
seeing.
in
We are like seeing like a visual of his thought process. Is what it's like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's cool. But he's also a little bit crazy and can just say, "I was talking to the corpse."
Yeah.
he's just a little bit silly sometimes.
He's a little goofball.
This is
He
the most
gets
serious man you've
results.
ever seen. Look at him.
This
As
is the
Freddy
most serious
Bell.
man you've ever seen.
This is like the most disco Sherlock and Watson you've ever seen.
I love how you have the actual serious man, and while Fruity is saying the most serious man, you can just see the detective swinging the fucking light around.
I love
He's
that you
having
can
a
do
wonderful
that.
time.
I don't know why, I just like it.
And what if you did it long enough, it would just like make him start talking?
And it kid he's like,
Stop
stop
doing
it.
You're going to
Not
waste
my
the
eyes,
battery.
please.
You're lucky I have glasses.
Who would do this? Why would anyone do this? Think I need to wash myself? Maybe the bullet holds more. That's probably true. Well, let's just see what Kim's thoughts are.
That's for us to find out.
Oh.
But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
I need to wash myself, Kim.
We've made huge progress in the last like few minutes.
I am glad to hear
Yo,
you
yeah.
say that. Your room in the whirling in rags should come with
Now
a
we just
bathroom.
need to find the witch
Be
who lives
sure
in the
to make
chimney
use
and
of it
solve the
in evening.
curse.
Yeah.
And then go for a bath.
Yeah. We got a new objective to go for a bath.
Do karaoke.
We will take a bath.
Maybe the bullet holds more
I don't know
answers.
if doing the karaoke is a good idea. So
Karaoke.
I
the
want to do
people seem
karaoke.
very angry at us.
Don't stop.
That's why we gotta cheer them up.
Oh no.
They'll love it. We're not gonna cheer them up. We're gonna sing an incredibly sad song to show them the vastness of our soul.
No, brother.
Why would anyone do this, Kim?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
So, do they have the ability to like check rifling marks in this universe? Is that a thing they can do?
We don't have a lot of resources. We basically just got what we have out in the field. There's not like a lab we can send things to for forensics. So unless it was like a handheld tool we could do that with, we wouldn't be able to do it.
Okay, so we can't just be like, this is the gun that fired this bullet. We don't have that capability.
We could probably work out like what model of gunshot. We could not match it to a specific gun.
Yeah, we can go off of the caliber to find
Yeah.
the rough type of gun, but we can't be like, this is the exact gun. We can't do that. That's not possible.
Yeah, we don't have the means for that.
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
What should I do in the meanwhile, Kim? You'll be gone?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
He said we did a really good job.
Let's go.
He looked us in the eye.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
There is even one place where if Kim isn't with you, you just die and lose the game. But it's a way off. But
maybe we should go talk to the men with Kim.
Come back like near the end of the day
Men.
before we split up with Kim again.
The men.
I don't want
That
to
seems
leave Kim behind.
It's early in the morning. We got plenty of time.
Yeah,
Kim.
there's so much day.
So much more day for us to hang out. No, I think I should go and take the thing away so I can be away. No, come on, Kim. You and me.
Kim, I need
We
you
have
to fight the
so
witch.
much day to go.
Yeah, it's 10 a.m.
Kim, you're the straight man here. You gotta be here.
I am not the straight man.
Kim is
I'm
not a straight man.
I'm not straight.
No, Kim, not straight. Not sexuality.
I mean, yes. It's the straight man. That is me.
Like, I'm the
The
goofy
straight
one. I know I'm attractive, but please.
But I mean, yes.
Wow, look at a giant bear fridge. Take note from down.
Kim loves the
Pocket
smell we
note
have.
and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in
Yo, free ice cream?
A friendly
Free ice cream that's had a corpse
smells back
starred in it.
from a glossy
Yo.
cellophane wrapper.
Seasoning.
It looks nothing like the fridge or the decomposing body in it. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. Even under this stench, you can feel it.
What's a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place? Good question.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
Lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers, studies it in the light. He tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
I feel like
What
you
is
have
even
terrified
worse,
children.
The bear is still costing them money. to
Bears
this
aren't
day.
carnivores. Bears are omnivores.
Lieutenant points at the red snaky cable running from the fridge.
The electricity bill must be catastrophic. On the other hand, it did help us with a certain corpse situation.
Lucky us.
Does have glowing red eyes as well.
You look like a
Nicholas
boss
Sleep
fight.
glowing
Refrigerated meat is much better for coroner's work.
Alright, we'll come back to get rid of the cops later on.
Oh yeah, oughta save that thing.
There's a thing over there.
I mean, I haven't seen this game, but I feel like we're doing pretty dang good in terms of like day 2, first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
Got this
we're doing
done.
pretty good.
There's a hidden
We got
door
a lot
here.
done.
I think you need to have some stat at some level to find that. But we found it.
Perception.
Nice.
Probably
Eyeballs are
perception.
working.
If you don't, if your perception goes down to 0, these will never pop up. You just can't see anything, so you don't notice any of the.
That's funny.
It's kind of funny, but a lot of people get very confused by it.
It strikes me like this game strikes me like if it got to 0, the whole screen would just go black.
Yeah.
Does seem like they kind of go.
If it goes into minus, it should do that.
It starts making you see things that aren't there.
Busted guns beneath the ceiling.
Oh, I think.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we? Look around the secret room.
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall. Shine light on the hidden compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
We'll look inside. With the...
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim!
Are these any good?
Inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But
Most.
one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
We have a new gun.
Looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the
Sell
future.
it for money.
He likes
we
this
could.
find.
He likes this find. Me hiding guns around the apartment to keep Kim happy. He gets excited when he finds them.
It's like Alfred hiding guns around Wayne Manor and Bruce can't find them all. That's canon into Batman lore and I love it.
I really like that the only
That's
person
crazy.
that can outsmart Bruce is fucking how have I forgotten his name?
Alfred.
Alfred. You
Yeah,
you
there's-
just said it. I hate my brain.
Yeah, it's a really funny thing where Bruce comes back and is like, "What have I said about guns?" And Alfred's like, "If you can find them all, I'll get rid of them."
If you can find them all, Master Wayne, then I'll dispose of them.
I choose to believe he keeps getting more and putting them in places.
When
Or
you
like he's
said-
found them all, but he
Quick
just
way to
won't
get
tell
back.
Bruce.
There's a comic where some folk is like invading Wayne Manor and Alfred literally just disposes of all of them in like one evening. And Batman just comes back and is like, "What the fuck, Alfred? Like he's not dead. Don't worry, I didn't shoot him."
There's a power box down there, but I decided I didn't want to risk turning the bear fridge off. That probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace,
a witch furnace.
coloring it pitch black.
Any witches in there?
Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside the furnace. Smear your hands with coal. Kick it with your foot.
Kick it. Kick it!
Punch it! Through the
We
furnace.
could have died from
Your
there.
toe hurts.
But our boots!
Yeah, the boots should have protected us, game. Come on. Just the exertion of doing a kick.
I guess we'll look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
The entity.
Seeing you climbing halfway into the furnace. I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. Maybe it's the entity?
Yeah.
It's the entity, Kim.
Wait, really? Take your head out of the chimney, please. It's not safe.
Oh.
It feels safe to know that the lieutenant's got your back, now and always.
That is really cute.
This sounded real, not imagined.
Hello? Oh, we got put up a kick in the furnace. Go!
Do you want to yell into the furnace?
I can't believe we got +1 for kicking the furnace.
Show that furnace what we're capable of. It's 42.
We can make this check. I mean, look how it would be like a pretty easy check if we didn't have like
one physical instrument.
One physical instrument, yeah.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
You hear a woman's voice answer.
you've awakened the entity.
Awaken the EP.
This is the police. Fuck you.
Answer me, spirit.
Do you want to answer me, spirit, or do you want to, this is the police?
The spirit. The spirit.
I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Oh my god.
After you, officer.
The voices I heard. Maybe it's the malignant entity. Plaisance said it lives in the chimney.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
We'd have to take off our gloves to smear our hands with coal. It won't be worth it.
No. There's stairs there. I see.
I'm just checking for. Oh. I think it's control to see things that you can interact with. No, that's not lighting up. There's a button to do it. Tab. Tab is to see things.
Oh, money and a bullet. No, a bullet.
It's +1 morale.
No, we can get some morale if we get like.
Let me just do a quick scan now. I know I've been pressing the wrong button the whole time.
Little scope of the room.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of things.
There's a few things, yeah.
Look at all this money.
That's useful. We got the health back that we used up kicking the
Yay.
the chimney. We got an insane mesh tank top.
Yo, we gotta try it on.
That could be hot as fuck. Oh. Yes.
This the new look?
That's the HoboCop look. we gotta
the
keep the tie on.
HoboCop I need.
It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
It's so like drunken single dad at a barbecue look.
With Knight's boots on.
Yeah, ignore that. Look, when you're barbecuing, it's important to protect your legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if you drop the big fork?
Exactly.
could lose a toe.
Yeah, you're gonna have as little protection on your upper body as possible and as much on your lower body as possible.
I'm very quickly gonna go and get some more water because I've run out. I'm sorry.
No, I'll go get some more liquid as well, actually.
Quick break, and then we'll.
I still have water, so I'm staying here.
Okay. Well, you gotta keep everyone entertained while I'm gone.
Oh, I think it already entertains themselves. Look at this. Look at the image
I'm
on
back.
screen. Welcome back. We have a new outfit.
Oh, yo, we're a slut.
A sexy slut, yes.
I like how it looks like we're wearing the aperture long fall boots.
Everyone else has gotten to get some more water.
Oh, neat. I was in the bathroom.
Nice.
I should probably like tell people when I'm going to go do things, but I kind of just get up and go.
Yeah.
It's like I kind of just like enter an autopilot of like, oh, yeah, oh. It's like
Gotta
my
get
mind.
up and go.
It's like my mind isn't making the decisions. My mind is just along for the ride.
It's fine.
I'll just appear back at someone like, oh, hey.
Like, oh, hey, what I miss?
What'd I be? What did I not?
Kicked a furnace.
Beat the shit out of a furnace.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Hey. Just get
been talking with Ivan.
Nice.
We're admiring the sexy look.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We just get to admire this while everyone's on break.
You got the aperture long fall boots on.
Kinda.
Oh god, Kim coming out of the car.
Yeah, I didn't know
scared me.
Kim was here.
This
my dang
appears to
boots.
be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework.
Portal?
The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button.
Cube
A
and
piece
heart.
of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio
Maybe this
computer.
is Paul.
Just sitting here without anyone inside.
Sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Do you think I should turn it on, Kim?
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
Not a computer guy.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Like inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Put the cube in the cube.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area
Oh,
from
no.
its rest? Could this be
Maybe.
its dismembered
Wasn't on that.
heart beginning to flutter? The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production schedule? Why did you call me Fortress Accident? Why are you, a machine? Or are you alive? Are you a robot?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
But where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Do you ever get lonely, Yvonne?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why she does this.
Oh.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
I don't know what you're asking me for, Yvonne. I don't know what production schedule is.
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Ah, the glowing thing I put inside.
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes, I don't know. I swear I haven't touched anything.
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
You should ask her for a hint.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
Damn.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Do we know our birthday?
No.
That would be unhelpful. This is the police, please open the thing?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder, Fortress Accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are
Dang.
not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
Is it my birthday?
Still no.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
I think that's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
The old lady's voice disappears along with the stack.
Tiles on the cube are still smouldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print
Let's press
keys.
print.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
It's not got like it written on the back, does it?
It's not interactable.
You sure?
Wait,
Or
we
is
did
that
find...
in?
Did we find a note? Yeah, we found a note on the bear fridge.
Huh.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
Lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over his shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
Do we know that name?
I don't... the lady was Yvonne that were on the thing. We don't know a Sully Slav.
Okay. The illiterate ginger kid.
I think we know who the illiterate ginger kid is.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Oh, it's Kuno.
I mean, Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
I trust Kuno. Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be? I think... Wait, they're probably the other thing that were plugged into the The power thing.
Oh yeah.
Who wrote that?
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer.
You can interact with the bullet. We do have a ghost to confront, though. Also, Kim wants to talk to us.
Okay.
Yes, Kim?
What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Someone tried to exercise the curse using technology. Undercover counterintelligence program. Just a failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making?
Probably the second one. But also the ghost.
Someone tried to exercise the curse using technology.
No, that's not it. I think...
Lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Someone was playing Dungeons and Dragons here.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
How are they planning to do that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Some kind of master of the labyrinth.
Okay.
Coordinating
Kind of labyrinth
so many
leader.
games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
What is this? Some kind of role-playing game?
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real, immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
I think this whole area was kind of added in when the devs realized like how hard it was to make a video game.
Indeed,
Like,
it's
crafting a
ambitious
world's fucking
and
difficult.
untethered from reality, but
They were insane if they thought they could do this. It's just a play to cheat money out of their investors' pockets. Curse gone. See no other explanation. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. Do we have any money? Let's give them more money so they can finish it and make it even bigger. What do we think?
The curse got on. Is there any explanation?
I do like the funny curse bit.
Four's just
But
nice.
Yeah.
I like 4 as well.
We could just keep going with the curse though. I'm happy to.
No, I'll do 4, it's fine.
Well, it's cold and lonely. This would keep it company.
it's too late for that, I'm afraid.
He says, looking around the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Oh.
Oh, there's stairs here too.
Yeah. Sorry, I haven't been checking tab on all the rooms we've been finding. Should have been. Postcard. Floorboards Creek. Shoes.
You could sell those for money.
Wear those for shoes.
Oh, person.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of dye are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
What do you mean by maluse? Must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window. Why are you asking me about dice? What do you mean by milieus?
Yes, a milieu is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She bets the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
I haven't knocked on the window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice? Novelty dice maker?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
I like role-playing games and I need some dice. Not really sure why I'm here, honestly. I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. Answers. No. Not interested.
What answers?
Answers.
I think we want answers.
Answers.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a dice maker? I'd like to order a die from you. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in regs? Where are we anyway? What is this place? We could start from the top.
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition.
She has a really nice voice.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
I'd like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Do you know the Whirl Untethered saying? I want a die for that. Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary die. I'm sorry, I don't actually know what die I want. Just a normal die for me, please. Very regular. Looking for something to help with my work. Actually, I need more time to think about it. This could be a big decision. I think as you go through the game, you can ask her for more types of dice.
That's kind of funny. I like that.
Just slowly build a dice collection.
Do you want to die?
Does you have any cursed dice?
Do you have a cursed dice?
Cursed dice.
What do you mean by cursed?
Cursed is my life.
Oh, fuck. The kind that would kill a man.
Perished like this world. As cursed as this commercial area. Cursed as my life.
I love cursed as my life.
Alright, how about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
We can do that.
Yeah, 40. That's only half of our money.
Yeah, we can do that. She's nice.
We can sell the rifle as well, making all the money.
Yeah.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
We should probably ask about the case.
Yeah, what do you know about the guy who got lynched?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
I agree, Inland Empire.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, Detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
Do you mean ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
Stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
Thanks, Trevor.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
I don't want to say that. That's a bit rude. Do you have to work Sunday nights?
Yeah.
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
I could do number 2. It's just a bit aggressive and she's nice. But we probably should. Kim would probably.
Yeah.
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Well, thanks for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
Lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into shadows above. I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
How do you explain what happened to those companies? Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced this place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Plaisance is a wise woman. She has Semini's trinkets protecting her against the curse. Curse is biding its time before it strikes again. Sooner or later, everyone will fail, even her. Don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. What do we think?
I mean, I guess 2.
Sooner or later, the curse is gonna get everyone.
All right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the Whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Whirling's part of the doomed commercial area. Separate building, the malicious energies can't reach there. No, Whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress took off and customers have trouble paying bills. Sometimes the customers lose all their memory from drinking too much. You're right, the Whirling doesn't really look like it's cursed.
The Whirling is part of the doomed commercial area? We've got to tell God!
You could say so.
Could tell God.
Both houses were built at the same time and under the East of the Commerce Central project.
I guess it's a separate building.
I can't do that.
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at a messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Plaisance thinks you're the source of a malignant entity. It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. The curse will get you. I have no doubt about it. It just doesn't care about earthly time frames. I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies in this so-called curse.
Look, there are so many inconsistencies, but I still believe in it.
We still
I
believe
still
in the
believe
curse.
it.
But there's...
Everything's got inconsistencies.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
Of course I do.
Absolutely.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Thanks, Inland Empire. Glad you got her back.
If no one got us, Inland Empire got us.
It still might be you that's causing this. Narrow your eyes very mysteriously. Starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Still not sure. World is a puzzling place, so we...
Like one.
You that's causing this.
You're the reason we can't roll above a 10,
I'm the
above a
grand
3
dragon in
today.
the cave. Might I ask what supports this claim?
I yelled to summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area, and you answered. Something ghostly.
That's good evidence.
Do you want to just...
Yeah.
Oh my, I've revealed myself. You better call the exorcists.
I have to call anyone. I'm a ghost whisperer myself.
Of course. How convenient. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
She turns back to her work.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She has been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see. Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation.
Why is it Shivers?
Yeah, Shivers hasn't even talked to us the whole dang game.
I think he's talked to us literally once.
Yeah, it's rough. Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
I think we can ask about all of them.
I mean,
What?
yeah, fuck it.
What do you know about Hair Salon?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customers should have been more open-minded. I would never let anyone androgynous touch my hair.
I mean,
Go with conceptualization.
Yeah.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
Takes a strand of hair under her headscarf. I'm to the gym.
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Maybe that's what Kuna needs. Who is at Mitep?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Maybe Kuna needs a boxing club.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
He's sort of the king around here. He's a small ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
Indeed, who is Kuno? Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
She looks out the window. It's oddly quiet there at the moment.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Probably take more than a gym. How did the community project work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines. Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Kuna can get in here, right? He knew about the bear fridge.
Yeah. How did he get in here?
His tie told him.
Maybe. Why are all the windows broken?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milieu. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
That was a success, Encyclopedia!
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
What's a snuff milieu?
It's a sub-Rosa radio station
Leveled up
that
from asking that.
broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that, as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Someone makes stuffed animals?
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. Anything else?
What are those creepy mannequins?
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
I didn't know insects had rights, or activists.
Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
I'm glad someone's taking care of the little guys. I like bugs. Insects don't have any brains or feelings. I mean, it's one, right?
Yeah.
I've seen a Bugs live.
Yeah.
They got feelings.
Really? Anyway.
She looks at the windowsill, where a dead fly is lying on its back, legs curled up in a bow tie.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
Bugs did it. With a tiny gun.
What if though?
What's with rollerblades and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted
really?
from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
Rests a chin on a hand with an impish smile.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
What do those
That's
transmissions
illegal.
say? Oh, that's illegal! Running off with company's money like that. Why hasn't he been arrested?
Wow. So that doesn't happen in real life.
Sure, it's illegal, but it's not exactly anything extraordinary in business. Besides, Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around.
Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
No, that's the new quest. Making a
No,
sword.
yeah, we need to do that.
Hands are steel. Folded 1,000 times. We did
Oh,
find
strange machine.
Did find a
Fortress
computer.
Accident, the radio game studio.
Closes her eyes and some remnant of her memory lights up her face.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway, as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtains on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
I've seen the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
Showing up to work on time is incredibly hard.
That is so true.
It's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great. You're right. They should have just tried harder. They had everything they needed to succeed. What do we think?
As someone who has to go to work every day, I want to say the first one.
Showing up to work on time is incredibly hard.
And so is producing something extraordinary.
Her eyes wander to the shelves full of die prototypes and discarded models.
Something strains her face before she looks up again.
Anything else?
There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
What were the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
She leans back, disapproving.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls. Fritta does the same thing.
No girl just like that. She works in the Fritz as a cashier and she's not particularly friendly. What did they expect? 20 cents per hour is a dog's pay. Surprised they showed up to work at all. It's an award-winning idea. How else do you choose people around you? Don't have an opinion on employing teens. I just want to know, did it work out for the business?
I know someone who's just like that.
Yeah.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revachol ICT. And they already had the bear.
She closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing her thumbs into her temples, like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out.
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
Uh-oh.
Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival.
The body was
Class
partially
A
melted when he went
5,000.
in.
Class A 5,000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
It's the market doing its job. I'm sure the bear was doing its best. Bear was scary. Every time I saw that bear, I felt scared. Like it could become alive any moment now.
The bear was trying his best. Leave him alone.
Bear was trying his best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
Megatherion?
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life. By telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
We might have one of those.
The horrific necktie tightens around your neck, strangely excited. But it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around.
I don't do drugs. I do drugs. I've got a vision beast myself. Not now, you beasts, to the tie.
Let's talk at the tie.
Yeah.
What?
Do you ever feel like your vision beast is
What?
trying to blackmail the fun out of you? Nothing. Look up and let go of the tie.
What?
No, officer. I don't have a vision beast. Normal people don't have vision beasts. Only drug-addled madmen like the taxidermists do.
What about horrific neckties? Do normal people have horrific neckties?
Yeah.
Neckties? I guess they do sometimes, officer. But I don't understand how it's relevant to our discussion.
Incredibly relevant.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
That fucking tie has a backstory, by the way. If you do certain things, you can find out the origin story of the horrific necktie. Seems almost sad, finishing the story. Some dust beams swirl in the morning light. Her eyes follow it idly.
Little sparkling embers under the window.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps?
That's all of them.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit.
Oh, that's
What
so
else?
3%.
3%.
It's not good.
Shivers. We only have
Shivers.
one shivers.
It's the stat we've just got absolutely nothing in. Trays and containers full of dice.
I do love going into like tabletop stores and just seeing the fucking displays of dice. They're just a million dice. It's great.
Yeah. It's cool.
Your money.
Just gonna do a quick scan. Now I know what button it is. We did promise to buy a dice, and we also told Gat that we'd pay for the room that we live in. So funds are gonna be a little tight.
How much do we need?
I think it's 20 to
20
pay for the room.
20 a night, yeah.
We don't.
Okay, good.
I suppose we don't like need to buy the dice, but we did say
We could sell. We sell the rifle. We're gonna sell the rifle. If we go to the pawn shop, we can probably sell that rifle for good money.
The pawn
$11. It's apparently broken, but still. In the meantime,
Yeah, we need to talk to the lady. Maybe we can. Maybe she'll pay us.
maybe.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus. Pause dramatically.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
There's a channel house of filled business enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstore. That's only the only cool one.
Yeah, that's the only funny, cool one.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us.
She shakes her head.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
Talk to the entity you told me about. Her name is Niha. She's a novelty dice maker.
Yeah.
Novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No, ma'am, I felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for the curse.
Felt her aura?
She may be involved, but I don't have a way to further question the malignant entity.
I don't want. Let's just say she's not to blame.
Yeah, I got the aura check on her.
Ma'am.
Just a dice maker.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
Looks perplexed.
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire. You've come this far. You know how to handle
Whoever
it.
wants to talk.
There is an entity behind the entity.
She says there's no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. Sauce is in the taxidermist shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Don't have any answers yet. There still leads to follow, but this strange radio computer thing. There's another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in mountaineers. Perhaps in my travels I'll cross paths with it.
I like
number
4. I like number 4 because 1, it's not a lie, and 2, it makes us seem as an evil mastermind somewhere.
Cthulhu is gonna come to Martinez.
Yeah.
It's like 4 gives the plot a chance to somehow feel like a Persona plot.
A third order presence. Yes.
Oh god, she's buying it.
A great Dark relief washes over her.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in public.
She gestures for you to be silent.
I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the
70
maelstrom.
EXP.
I will keep the fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
She performs an egg-shaped cross on her chest.
Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Yes, the venture continues. In other waters, darker waters.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
Good idea, Kim.
We can't play the board games with Kim because we don't have any money.
Yeah. We're very poor. How much is the board game?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes.
$12.
There are
We might be able to swing it if we can find more coins in boxes in places.
Yeah. What's in the trash? What's in the bin? Oh no, we talked
That's the one that
to
you
the bin.
can talk to, yeah. We do have... We could do stuff with the radio. We're also coming up on 3 hours, so... Should probably not start anything too long. I just wanna see... if we've got a better shot at doing the jump. So we could put a point in it, but also we might just get a bonus for it being day 2 now.
Oh, because it's like story progress.
Yeah.
Like yeah, obviously, yeah. The same thing with the body, right? Like if it's days progress, you just get a point for free.
Yeah, just gradually
A
gets slightly
tarpaulin
easier.
cloak is still
Absolutely
caught
not.
on the railing.
How much is it?
Savoir faire. And we have really low, but we have lots of clothes on that make it worse, I think. Oh no, we don't have the bad shoes anymore. We just have the trousers. Do we have any other trousers? We could jump for it like this.
I mean,
That's just an interesting decision has been made today by this gentleman.
Should we see if we can make that jump?
I need
We're
to
more
put-
we're more aerodynamic now.
I would need to put a point in to unlock the thing.
Was it not? But it's technically gone up, hasn't it?
Technically, but it doesn't count if you just shuffle your stuff around.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, again, I guess let's go for it. Let's make that jump.
It's definitely savoir faire, right?
Yeah.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught.
I was really hoping it'd give us a bonus. I was really hoping to get that. I was really hoping Evrart would help us find our gun. I've been messing with these titles the last 2 times. Okay, come on.
A tarpaulin cloak is still
Fucking
caught on
hell,
the
I
railing.
didn't realize it was
No one
that.
has claimed it for their own.
Whew.
Should I try it?
I believe it's been going so well today.
Just need an 8.
We deserve one. We deserve at least one.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby! Green!
As you leap in the air,
Oh, we're
a
on that
chill
exactly
breeze
an eight.
engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Wish you could see a frame of Kim just freaking the fuck out.
Close your eyes and let your senses take in the world around you.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
Uh-oh.
He's so on the money, Bratan! Just imagine yourself dual-wielding a bottle and a flaming cigarette whilst airborne!
Continue the voyage through the salty air.
Oh, I thought we would take
As the
damage. We
concrete
didn't.
floor welcomes you,
We got the
you
pole
realize
boots
it's
on,
been
we're
a
fine.
while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must
I felt
be
that in my
the
knees.
Hell yeah. My climbing might not have been as disco as your jump, but can we still get an aces high?
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete,
Bless
the noise of the harbor
Hey.
rushes back in.
Thanks you.
Bless you.
Oh shit, that was a lot. Oh god, no.
That's our coat.
So
Actually looks kind of...
That's a powerful look.
It's
Does it
a
even-
powerful look.
Does it give us any bonuses, or is it just a powerful look?
One esprit de corps and
Oh,
one
okay,
shivers.
Let's see.
Shivers! We
What?
need those!
We are behind Measurehead. We are in. Oh, we went pixely over there for a second.
Huge.
Press tab.
Make sure to save in case we die.
Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in
I'll
the
do
rain.
that after this. Don't let me
Someone
forget.
partied really,
I gotta
really
get
hard in
tissues.
it.
Oh god, my hands.
Oh, jeez. How hard did they put here?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is really sad. I must have been miserable. It's like I had a lot of fun. Still not completely convinced it was me. Must have been on an advanced scouting mission in the harbor. Let's just move on.
Must have been miserable.
Must have been miserable.
Yes,
Oh.
this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
Time to leave.
Make sure to save our game.
Yeah.
God, that's so high work. We've done
This
so
is
much
the night
today.
watchman's booth. The name on the door reads.
Yeah, we found the bullet. That's like a big deal.
Arnaud. You
Found the
need
bullet,
to
make the
rest.
jump.
Your body is aching.
Finding out the secrets
Getting
of the
in
dark
here
arts.
has taken something out of you. Have a seat.
We did kiss stuff. We did extra a side kiss.
Yeah.
Around the paranormal. This is where Rene works. I'm gonna look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order.
Do you want
Quite
to
take that.
steal his picture? Yeah.
Might be useful for information.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young
That's
and
the
very
monarchist.
pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera. Rene looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm making
Yeah,
an
ask him.
artistic photo collage, Kim.
I mean, I'm going to ask him about it, but you can make an autistic photo collage.
I'm gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
I think if you sit down, Kim's like, no saying. Only cop.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Breathe deep.
Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is immaculate.
Nah, let's just get up.
You stand and exit.
Okay, there is a way to go down. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Great machines in quiescence.
Yeah, I got my tissues.
Let's go.
Nice. White
Yippee.
pine trees printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow.
I think I'm all sneezy because while we were playing, I kind of got like the urge to start cleaning and vacuum brushing my room.
That'll
That's
do.
why I was like answering from far away for a couple of things.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
That's the first time Encyclopedia has helped.
The psych language.
Knows French.
God, kill it. Kill that part of your brain.
You don't have to
Something-
fight it, you just gotta scare it and it'll surrender.
Ooh.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container.
What's in the container?
Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the records, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
We should probably turn it off. Let's not leave it on.
The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Okay, we should leave it alone.
Yo, stuff.
Is that treasure? That's treasure.
Oh. We're so close to being able to pay for our room.
Yeah.
What happens if we just can't pay for our room? How do we go to bed?
So on the first day, there's 3 ways you can pay for your room. You can ask Joyce for a bribe, which is what we did. You can get a bribe from Evrart, but he gives you a giant novelty check with the constable's rent, all of it, written on the back. And if you give it to Gat, he says, that's a giant novelty check, I'm not taking it, and you need to pass some kind of skill check. That's like a hidden skill check. So to have Harry like show him that no, this is the gangsters are gonna get you if you don't. The third way is if you absolutely can't pay and you've exhausted all other options, Kim takes you to his car where he's got like a pair of like he's got like some spinners that he's going to add to the hubcaps on his car because he loves his car, and he pawns them so that you can pay for your room.
Oh no.
And it's horrible.
I'm glad we didn't have to do that.
Yeah, it's horrible. That's the dark timeline. I don't know what happens if you can't pay on the other days.
Before you stands a cargo container.
But we should try
Just one
and
of
pay so
many
Kim
in the
doesn't have
yard.
to pawn his things. Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
There is.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
No, it's totally different. I don't want to paint it. I'm just drawn to it.
There are
Yes.
a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It's hanging from the crane. I don't know, Kim. It just feels special.
It does feel special.
Yeah.
It's a cargo container, detective, just like all the others.
He doesn't even look at it.
We are not here to
No.
interact with containers. We are here to interview the union boss.
Knock on the door.
No reply.
Oh.
The knock
I think I heard
produces
someone
a
screaming in there, Kim.
Doesn't
The
sound
entity,
like
Kim.
there's anything inside the container.
Open the door.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail.
Damn
The
it.
doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some
Persuade the door!
What do you mean persuade the door to open?
Oh, it's not a good chance
It's not.
to convince the door that it should be open.
What do you mean can persuade the door to open?
I got double 6 to persuade the door to open. Let it have to open. It's really hard. It's an 18 check. It's like one of the hardest checks in the whole game.
Why are you?
Oh, I saw the 6 and I got so happy.
Why am I?
Why are you what?
Never mind.
Are you satisfied, detective?
Nothing more to do here now.
For now.
One
How
day.
do we persuade the door
One
to
day we'll persuade that door to open.
What does that mean?
You gotta use your rhetoric to convince the door that it should open. The grey machines are sleeping. Oh, gloves. I kind of like our current gloves, but we
Yeah.
found other gloves.
But they aren't real gardener's gloves, though.
Yeah, gardener's gloves caked in blood.
Yeah, we still haven't watched those.
We should probably wash. We should probably get on there. We could. think we have to talk to the man now to, like, leave.
Oh, we're so close to 20.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Cecilia.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up
don't
as
say.
it goes along. The accent
Maybe we
is
need
so
to sing the
thick,
container
it's
song to
impossible
the
not
thing to
notice
open it.
He's
Maybe.
Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Evrart.
The tiny man's so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. We have options. Hi, or do not interrupt the little man in his joyous activity.
Hi!
I think you'd mind. Hi!
Evrart, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in its deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Is it with you people and scabs? Or actually, I am, yes. I'll just do number one, because we don't. Shadow passes over his kind face.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
Doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
Oh, Ubi.
Yeah, I'll just go down the list. Sorry, I was just
Oh
reading.
yes,
I
born
don't
and
know.
raised in Arias,
Just reading
mister.
complete
Mum had to
silence
leave
for
my
no
dad
reason.
after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing to the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
He waves at the containers towering behind him. What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him. We need Nate again. We can do it.
It's a red check. We can't possibly. This is it. One off.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Keep the amazement to yourself. Wow, red is so much prettier than drab old green.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Oh, okay. Kim passed his Jack. It's fine. Where is everyone?
Oh,
Oh, they're
most
on
of the
strike,
guys are
aren't
down
they?
at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
Leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrart is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
That's Measurehead. Pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrart sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What trouble did Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
Smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Evrart telling them to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
Okay.
Really? Did they kill someone?
Did they kill someone?
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
Do you work here, Leo?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Evrart is away.
That was a stupid laugh.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
Lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Seems like a nice fellow.
It seems like a very nice fellow. He did just out the lawyer as not being a gardener. But we'd already established that.
But I can't listen to the radio
He's
all
also
the
an
time.
honest
There's so
fella.
much to do around here, and I'm
He just
always
talks a
busy
lot.
keeping
He's
things
just got a lot of
here.
things
Yes,
to.
I
He
am.
just wants
Yes,
to
I
talk
am.
to everyone. It's just one of those
Stay
people.
on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Evrart put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
Sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his big blue eyes.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener?
So this is the union fixer, the gardener.
Looks like it.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip, too.
The guy smiles a disarming smile at you. It's in that container over there. Point to the container suspended from the crane arm. It's in the special container,
Oh,
Leo.
that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Shut up, Kim.
One day we're gonna do that. We're gonna talk that container open. We're gonna show everyone. Looking for the leader of the Dockworkers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Evrart then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
Coughs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Evrart and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Evrart and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Patience. Deep down you have the mental power to keep listening. Not many would, but you do.
Do
Let
not
him,
interrupt planet.
let him ramble.
Had an arithmetics teacher, Miss Bellows. Her real name was Miss Bellams. She was a real pretty lady, but when she got mad, all the boys liked her, if you know what I mean, mister. We used to sneak in her yard in the dark and peek through the window. One time we saw Miss Bellows with a fellow. Yes, we did, mister.
Don't say anything. No, you fucking didn't. Evrart, Leo. Where can I find Evrart?
I want to let him ramble. I want to see how
They
far.
was naked too. That's all I got to say about that.
Very interesting. Thank you for telling me the whole story.
Thank you. Almost forgot. Mr. Evrart is in that container over there.
Thanks,
got
Leo.
distracted telling the story, but he's in there. Bye-bye now.
Okay.
See, he told us, like, you know, we just had to, like, be a little patient.
The conversation with Evrart is basically a
deal.
boss battle.
Oh shit.
So we'd be going a little bit long, but do you want to do that now, or do you want to open with that next time? I'm down
I think
if
opening
everyone.
with that next time is
Okay.
probably best.
That's
I don't know
fair.
how, yeah, we need to reset our dice, our dice luck.
Yeah, maybe if we're gonna
It
walk
hasn't
into a
been
boss
the
battle.
best.
Well,
I'll wait to fail all the checks and have Kim pull a gun.
it's one of the places where you can take the most damage, like, in the whole game. So it's one of the most dangerous
Oh,
places to be.
God.
You'll see
Is
what
it-
kind of horrible situation we get put in.
Physical or like mental or both?
Both.
You're gonna say, I feel like they've all got guns, but like, I feel like we could also take some emotional damage.
It's everything damage.
Fine, we are the peak human specimen. We'll be absolutely okay.
Yeah,
that's
we got one
an
physical instrument.
amazingly confident smile. We'll get through this.
We will. We will.
Yeah. I do have someone on, but if you all got someone who desperately needs it read, we can do that instead.
In desperate need.
I already clicked it by accident. We're in now again.
We locked it.
We're in.
Thanks for hanging out, everyone.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
Yeah.
I love this game.
It was a good sesh.
Yeah,
We
got.
made some progress, even though we, fucked some things up.
Just a few little things.
Spent an hour just wandering around the Welling in Rex.
He doesn't care about our boot switches, mate.
He kind of cares. I think he's disappointed in us as a person, but also he's not gonna let it get in the way of the case.
Yeah, but he also watched us rip a bullet out of a guy's skull and also make the jump.
Yeah, that's true. He loved it when we made that jump.
He gave us a second high five off camera. Or off screen.
There's two things in the game that give you 2 Kim points instead of just 1 when you do them. And one of them is him comforting you after something horrible has happened. And one of them is you finding the bullet in the dead man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Oh, he really liked
That's
that.
2 Kim points. He loves it. He loves it when you find the bullet. Anyway, I
It's
gotta
like he
click
likes
button.
doing his job, but yeah.
He likes doing
We're gonna
his
get
job.
the good Kim ending.
There is a good Kim ending.
Let's
I'm gonna hit the
go.
button.
Bye!